All right, welcome back to the A to Z challenge. We are all the way up to Y. And this particular time around, I have chosen yellow journalism for my Y topic. This is advice. You should avoid yellow journalism. Now, for those of you who don't know what yellow journalism is, that's when you take a topic and you report very badly on it, over sensationalizing it. So you take something like, oh, kids spanked in school leads to pathological destruction of our society. That's a pretty common way to go with yellow journalism. It's when you take something fairly small and you compare it very largely to things that will just get people riled up. If you want a good demonstration of it, go onto a political blog and just throw out transgender anything right now. It doesn't even matter which side you're on the debate right now. You want to get sensationalism? Yeah, that's a really hot topic right now because it's an election year and that's just the way that it goes. You, however, want to avoid it because when you do this, you, as a writer, will make people not want to interact with you on social media, specifically on your blog or Facebook or Twitter. I know nothing about Instagram. I freely admit it. I know nothing. I am Jon Snow of Instagram. So, what you can find is that if you are over sensationalizing things, that people will stop engaging you in an honest way and they will begin to engage you in this sort of sensational craze. Things will escalate quickly. You will find that people will lie to you more when you start reporting lies. Imagine, right? So you have to be really careful with this sort of thing. You want to make sure that you present yourself as honestly as possible. I know there are many writers out there who have multiple, and I don't know how you do this, multiple pen names, who have multiple different personalities on the internet. Like, that's insane. I can barely keep up with me. But I know that this happens. And one of the things that you want to do is you don't want to destroy one of these pen names, particularly not early on in your career. You want to have these pen names for a while. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into them. But if you find yourself over reporting or being just sensational just for, the sake of being sensational, it does get you press. It does get you attention. And I can see why people are drawn to that sort of blogging, that sort of social media action. But the real problem is no one's going to trust you afterwards. So, if your whole goal is to just make money and be in people's faces and then abandon that platform, then go ahead, be sensational. That's fine. You can do that. It's your life. You get to make that choice. But I suspect that if you're here and you've watched all of these, you're not in it to be sensational to just get, a buck, as it were. You're here to write good novels. So if you're writing good novels, you want to also present that in your social media output as well. So you want to avoid the yellow journalism. Um, yeah, yeah, good luck with that. Also, try to be careful with politics. Um, it's shocking how political some people are. I happen to be one of those people who has a bunch of both sides on my social media because a variety of reasons. And it's just shocking to me how much both sides think the other side is an idiot. So uh, try not to make it seem that way on your social media, particularly not through yellow journalism. The other side of the aisle, as they call it, is just as passionate about topics as you are. Um, you don't. There's no need to stir that debate up. It doesn't matter which direction you lean. Um, you should be, sort of, I hate to say conservative because conservative actually has a political connotation, but I mean conservative as in not jumping off the handle and being crazy. You want to be that way a little bit on your social media um, while you're avoiding your yellow journalism. Don't do that, okay? All right. Questions in the comments if you want.